We've had a fabulous time in Kotor, and today we are heading south, and if all goes according to plan, should be entering into Albania. It's about a 2.5 hour drive until we get to the border crossing. You won't believe it, the sun is shining again.
Stop it.
Stop it, it's following us. They definitely read the memo.
But we checked out the weather forecast, and apparently it's going to be 20 degrees in Albania.
It's looking nice and warm. It's quite interesting looking at the fuel prices, how they vary as you cross the different countries. Here in Montenegro, it's about €1.16 for a litre of diesel. Still cheaper than back in the UK, not too bad at all. Trudy was enjoying the flat roads for a while there, and now it looks like we're going up over the mountain range towards Albania. We've just entered the region of S5-E20. There's this absolutely awesome looking island that we could see, so we had to pull over and take a couple of photos
And have a coffee.
And take advantage and have a coffee. We're checking the wheels and the brakes and the heat of the tires as we drive around, and so far so good. But this little spot is obviously popular for pictures because there's a lot of cars that keep stopping. Unfortunately, sometimes you have to come off the main road to get to where you want to go, and over the mountains we're now on the smaller roads, and yeah, Albania, here we come. We've just crossed the border, and now officially we are in Albania, country number 26. And as you cross the border, which you can see behind me, there's these little huts on the side as you come in, where you can buy insurance, and the insurance was €49 for 15 days of travel, which is fine because we'll probably be here for about 4 or 5 days. And Shokoda is the town we're going to, and you can see the welcome to Albania sign behind us. How nice was that? We literally just crossed the border and started chatting to a lovely Albanian guy. He actually invited us for coffee and told us that there is a petrol station where you can buy SIM cards 5 kilometers down the road. So hopefully we can see that on the way through. But welcome to Albania.
Country number 26.
26. When you cross the borders, don't be nervous if they take your passports. But the first time they said, they took our passports and walked off with them. We were a bit like, where's my passport gone?
In fact, interestingly enough, in Bosnia and Montenegro, they took our passports and held them until we went to get insurance. And when we came back with the insurance certificate, they then gave us our passports back. Yeah, but here they actually didn't hold the passports, but we asked where the insurance was, and they said it's just over there.
We couldn't quite get quite a straight answer on whether the insurance, because it's got Marianne's name on it, whether it's for the person or the vehicle. So far it's been for the vehicle, but the guy didn't understand what we were saying when we asked him. So we'll let Marianne carry on doing the driving in Albania just in case.
Chris is just inside buying the SIM card. There is a beautiful mosque being built right there. So yeah, it's right here between the mosque and the garage on the right hand side, about 5 kilometers beyond the border. You can get your SIM.
the second English car we've seen, and we've only seen 2 cars since we left France. We're in Albania. When you look at the Foreign Office website, it says it's the most dangerous place to drive in Europe. And as one of our sons said, don't forget, I've just watched the movie Taken. You just go.
Cross the roundabout.
Oh my God. Everybody here just seems to double park. It's just like there isn't really any rules. Kid. Whoa. Jesus.
It's like one of those...
There was no lanes there.
Yeah.
There was like people coming from the left, from the right, but there wasn't a roundabout.
It was like synchronized planes. We
Synchronized.
all
You just
merged.
slow down and
just merged.
you just go with it. So we've just popped into the town to get some cash out, so we've got some local currency, and we're going to head south about another hour, and then we'll call it a day, park up. We're armed with cash and data, which is always a good thing. And it's funny, we've actually seen more English cars driving around Albania than anywhere else in Europe so far.
And they're good cars, Range Rovers,
Audis, yeah, really
VWs, brand new ones.
interesting.
And there's also a lot of bicycles. Apparently the Albanian guy that we met said, we consider ourselves to be like the people of Holland. We cycle everywhere.
Yeah, and there are a lot of bikes. We've come out of the town, and I would say driving in Albania, first impression, is not for the faint-hearted. You definitely have to have your wits about you. There seems to be no rules so far. We've just had 2 vehicles flashing as we're driving down. We're not sure whether they're trying to warn us something up ahead or whether they're just saying hi. But they weren't waving, so I think there's must be something up ahead, maybe a speed trap or something. It was indeed a speed trap, and the car that went flying past us got pulled over. Seriously, holes in this road. That's why everybody's just like swerving around. Holes all the way along the road. Oh, that's a big one. I'm amazed this bridge is still up. What do you reckon, love?
I'm just very grateful to Darren who bought us a set of tyres.
It's true.
Tyres.
Because our other ones would have been flat already, I think.
Yeah, and
Whoa!
all of the roads as from the moment we left Croatia have been a little bit
potholey.
Dodge, as Chris likes to call things.
Time to get out of Dodge. Always good to let them go. This is so beautiful. We're driving along the lake here. The views are spectacular, but we're trying to find somewhere to pull over, but obviously it's a very small road near a big drop, so the pullovers are very, very limited.
And precarious.
Yeah, and we're just trying to get off the road because you don't want to sleep right next to the road, because if somebody hits you in the night, you're going over the edge. So we've just seen these guys stuck by the side of the road, so we're gonna jack them up to see if we can help them.
Hopefully it's the same size. It may not be.
Watch out, cars. So they've jacked up the tyre. We used our bottle jack, and they're taking the spare to his cousin's garage. So we're going to go to his cousin's garage. Apparently we can park there for the night. They said it's a safe spot and everything, and then we can get the jack back after they've changed the tyre. So let's go to the garage. Is it this car here? So they forgot something back in the car, so they're just driving back. So we're going to carry on, and they said they're catching us up. Have we just lost our jack? I don't know.
We like to think that.
We like to think not. With being kind is good, but we'll see. And they're back. They came back for us. They're driving a little bit fast. Ooh. So the cars managed to overtake the truck, but we can't actually get past. So interesting time.
Look at that.
But it's stunning views. So they overtook us about 10 minutes ago, and we're still driving. And there hasn't been any turn-offs yet, so we must be going in the same direction as them. We're still stuck behind the lorry. Can't overtake that yet. So we found the garage, and there's a restaurant attached, and they've said we can park up here. So perfect. Good for us. How the day progresses. Woo! So we met up with the guys. We went into the restaurant here, and they bought us dinner. And a beer. Yeah. And we're going to sleep the night here.
Told us to stay here as long as we want, make ourselves at home.
They still haven't managed to fix the car yet.
Yeah.
The one guy speaks perfect English. He actually lives in London. And what a small world. It's really nice. We met some really nice guys tonight.
Yeah, really nice.
And
it was funny because actually the English guy, or the English speaking guy, went off and left us with the guy who didn't speak English. So there was lots of like sign language because we couldn't get onto the internet.
But the beauty of travel.
Google Translate. So it was hilarious actually.
Yeah. So we've come back in the van now. We're going to park here. It's dark. It's probably like 6 o'clock now.
No, it's 7:30.
Oh, it's 7:30. Time flies when you're having fun. And we'll set off in the morning and carry on our little adventure. So we've woken up for our first morning in Albania, and literally just woken up, no coffee yet. And the bottle jack hasn't come back to the van, but we're hoping it's in the restaurant. So we're going to go in and have a cup of coffee, and because it's open for breakfast by the looks of it. And but look at this weather. Look at this weather. We spent the night here in the petrol station stroke garage as we're passing through Albania, and all good.
I think I'm ready. Ready for this.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna order breakfast.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna ask whether we can have breakfast, and then when he answers me, I'm gonna panic actually because I won't understand what he said. Grazie. Amund de borosismi menches.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
It's good? Did you understand?
Did you understand? Parlamentare.
You speak Albanian.
I speak Albanian. Parlamentare.
So we think we've ordered.
We don't think we got it down.
Bread and cheese, and maybe an egg and some tomato.
I want some cheese and tomato.
It's funny because obviously they're Albanians that run the restaurant, but they speak Italian, but we don't. So we haven't got to the point of the bottle jack yet, because it's a different guy on this morning. But
I think that's the guy, the bottle jack guy.
I think it's all good. No. So the guy just waved at us at the restaurant and dropped the bottle jack off. So we got everything back. Perfect. Good job. 2 eggs, some local cheese, some bread and a coffee. What more do you want? And Marianne's gone for a bit of a healthier option. Tomatoes and cucumber. That is my breakfast hell. We are today going to drive across Albania, continue our journey east through the town of Peshkopi, yeah. Peshkopi, and then into North Macedonia.
Yeah, we've been having far too much fun. And Chris and I were saying we need to crack on. We're also aware that we need to share all the border crossing stuff as well, because that's really good information, isn't it, as well? So doing this extra border crossing is going to cost us a little bit more than we wanted to. We've heard rumours. Yeah,
online it's like 50 or 75 euros for the insurance for a couple of days driving through. So that's quite pricey for us.
Yeah, but it's actually a more direct route, and we're just going to take the hit. I said to Chris, let's just take the hit, we'll go down through North Macedonia, then we get to go into Greece and beyond. So and
amazingly, the weather is still shining. I'm going to show you.
It was foggy this morning.
It was foggy this morning, but the sun is shining, it's all good. We're still in the garage. Good morning. And yeah, so we're going to leave our little spot here. It's been really cool parked up here using the restaurant and the restaurant's Wi-Fi, but time to move on.
Anything coming at speed round the corner?
No, we're clear my side.
Sure.
Yeah. Back to driving in Albania, always a good thing.
Albania has got to be the trickiest country I have encountered so far for driving. Everybody knows exactly where they want to go, and they're going to get there even if you're in the way.
It's true.
Overtake on corners. I was even overtaken on a roundabout. Speed limits mean absolutely nothing.
And the roads are a bit dodge.
Oh. And yeah, you can't go at speed, so everyone.
Because they're just so bumpy.
Yeah.
GoPro stabilization never shows it, you know, and then you go slowly and everybody overtakes you like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the sat-nav takes you down roads and you're just thinking, you know, it's just
vehicle preservation.
Some of these roads, although they're better than a lot in Mongolia probably, we don't need to go down them at the moment, so we're just turning round to go back to the main road.
I want to see tarmac.
Tarmac. Sometimes things don't always go according to plan. So the Maps.me doesn't know where we are. The sat nav just turned off and we're lost in a town. I've just actually put the bad alpha into Maps.me, which is a satellite tracker, and it has actually just picked up where we're going. So we're continuing. We've got out of the town. What's nice, as we're driving down the road here, people on the side of the road see the van. It kind of sticks out a little bit, and they give us a little wave. It's really nice.
They really do.
We're climbing higher and higher, and you can see snow on top of the mountains up there. You wouldn't think it, it's warm today. I'm sat here in a t-shirt, and the roads are starting to get a little bit dodgy again. We just pulled over to admire the view. and it really is a stunning view up here. And there's cows by the side of the road.
You come to say hi. What's he doing with his camera?
And we're on top of the mountains. Whew. Albania is a very beautiful country. One thing's for sure, if you don't like heights, these roads are not for the faint-hearted. Some of the biggest drops we've seen with no barriers whatsoever.
Oh my goodness me.
Oh,
my goodness me. Oh, there's someone overtaking me on a bend. Ah! What's wrong with these people? Are they mad?
all the way along the road there are these little memorials. I don't know whether you can see that as we're driving past. Obviously of people that have passed away, accidents on these roads, and you know, they are probably the most dangerous roads I think that we've been on so far, because not only are they narrow, the cars coming around the corners tend to come over their lines, and there are huge lorries also that are coming down here. There's a big truck coming on a corner.
I'm letting him come.
Always
past.
sensible to let him come through, I think, especially on these roads.
Well, if you go over, you're not. There's nothing to stop you.
Exactly.
Look. Good call. Good call. Looking at the van and laughing.
That was really funny. They pulled us over and said, where are you going? We said Macedonia. He said, just go. And then the other guy came over, the policeman who spoke English, and
big smile.
with a huge smile, very friendly. And we said we're going to Macedonia and then Greece, and he was like, oh, good.
Russia? You go Russia? It's
and then he
cold.
looked at the side of the van and was like, yeah, you want to go to Russia? You got a t-shirt on, it's very cold. And then he just started, he looked at the van and just started laughing. They don't have a lot of faith. Truders, come on, my friend.
Yeah, go girl.
So we've actually just pulled over to a little restaurant on the way to the border, because we have some leftover money, and we don't really want to take any Albanian money with us, so we might as well spend it. So we're going to go for lunch. And Marianne's just playing with Google Translate to
know how to say table for two.
I think they'll be able to see that there's two of us, but yeah, very funny. Okay, so let's see if we get some food.
We made it. We're at a table and we pointed at eggs.
We don't know what we're having.
No idea, actually. I generally have an idea. This time, nothing. Egg, cheese, onion, salad,
Bread.
onions, bread,
Drink.
and a nice lemon tea.
What more do you need?
Look like her daughter.
You look like her daughter.
Oh, everyone's so nice here. We've had such a lovely time in Albania, and everyone you meet is so warm and just lovely.
Go.
Ciao.
Go.
Ciao.
Go.
We just had a lovely lunch, and we met a guy an Albanian guy who also lives in the UK and is over visiting family, and he's like, my family's got a fish farm.
Fish! It's a little fish!
And follow us in the van. We'll show you the easiest way to get to the border.
No. Absolutely. You're driving this one. You follow us. We're gonna send you to the one point.
So now we're following them. Super nice. And Marianne said she's a slow driver, so they're driving really slow. There you go, we've got our own private escort all the way to the Macedonian border. Okay, perfect. So they've just given us the directions to the border, which is down there on the other side of the valley.
Yeah, so Vallimentary.
Vallimentary, thank you very much for your assistance.
Yeah, that was lovely.
End of the road. End of the tarmac road. And now we've got a bit of off-roading to Macedonia. They're actually resurfacing this road and it seems to be going on forever. Still says we've got another 9 minutes at normal speed, which is probably about 20 in this. Maybe more. Join us on the next episode as we cross the border into North Macedonia, discover snow in the mountains and head to Lake Ohrid. Might even get the legs out. We're a couple of Albania lies on a seismically, how do you say it? Seismically. Potholes, people, dogs,
parking,
cats,
dogs,
chickens.
After
popping out from
200 yards.
Active zone. Basically they have earthquakes. Seismically. And we've had a fab time in Macedonia. We will be back.
We're in Montenegro, not Macedonia.
I don't know where I am anymore.
Good job. I think your future career could be a weatherman, maybe. It may or may not rain.
Just hanging out with the cows. Just hanging out with the cows.